In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for northern Italy. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build an itinerary that combines the fashion capital, Milan, with the beauty of Lake Como and the romance of Verona. To do this trip comfortably and truly enjoy it, we recommend at least 7 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary with the best of northern Italy, detailed day by day. If you have less time, you can cut the Lake Garda day trip, but it would be a shame. So let's get started. When is the best time to visit northern Italy? In our opinion, the best times are spring, especially in May and June, and fall, in September and October. The weather is perfect. It's not too hot in Milan, Verona is pleasant, and Lake Como is marvelous and in bloom. We recommend avoiding July and August. It's very hot, muggy, and the cities are unbearably crowded. Winter, from November to March, is interesting for Milan and Verona, especially in December for the Christmas markets. But Lake Como becomes very empty, foggy, and many hotels and ferry services stop operating. So, how will our 7-day itinerary work? The idea is to split the trip into 2 base cities to optimize your logistics. We'll stay the first 4 nights in Milan. From there, we'll explore the city and take a train day trip to Lake Como. Then, we'll take a train to Verona, where we'll stay the last 3 nights. From Verona, we'll explore the city and take a day trip to Lake Garda. Now, let's talk about transportation between cities. For this itinerary, the great news is, the train is your best friend. You do not need a car. The best way to arrive is to fly into Milan Malpensa Airport. From there, you take the Malpensa Express train, which takes 50 minutes and costs €13, and drops you at Milano Centrale Station. To get from Milan to Verona, you'll take the Frecciarossa high-speed train. The journey takes only 1 hour and 15 minutes. It's super fast and comfortable. The ticket starts at €20 if bought in advance. For the day trip from Milan to Lake Como, you'll take a regional train from Cadorna, or Centrale Station in Milan, to the Como San Giovanni station. The journey takes about 1 hour and costs only €5. You can buy the ticket on the same day. And what about a car? Do not rent a car for this itinerary. In Milan and Verona, a car will only get in your way. The historic centers are closed to cars, the famous ZTLs, or limited traffic zones. If you drive in, you'll get a heavy fine months later. And parking is a fortune, costing over €40 per day. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. In Milan, lodging is expensive. The best area for tourists is near the Duomo. You'll do everything on foot. The second best option, for train logistics, is to stay near Stazione Centrale, the central station. The area has been revitalized and has great hotels. And from there, you can easily take the metro to the Duomo in 10 minutes. If you want nightlife, the Brera or Navigli districts are charming and full of restaurants. In Verona, the ideal is to stay inside the Centro Storico, the historic center. This way, you do everything on foot. If you want to save money, the Veronetta neighborhood, on the other side of the river, is a more authentic and cheaper option. Avoid staying near the Porta Nuova train station, as it's far from the center and has no charm. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region in each of these cities. If you stay in this marked area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen and in the video description. We created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The earlier you book your hotel, the less you will pay. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price. And if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips and that have everything much cheaper: Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all attractions, good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account, to carry money paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them. So save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Now, let's get to the day-by-day plan. Starting in Milan. Day 1. Arrival in Milan and Duomo. Arrive at Milan Malpensa Airport, take the Malpensa Express train to Milano Centrale Station, and take the metro or a taxi to your hotel. Spend the afternoon exploring the heart of Milan. Take the metro to the Duomo station. Emerge and come face-to-face with the Milan Cathedral, the Duomo. It's one of the most spectacular Gothic churches in the world. The unmissable attraction is going up to the terraces, the rooftop of the cathedral. You literally walk among the statues and spires. The full pass, which includes the cathedral, museum, and elevator to the terraces, Costs about 25 euros. Buy online in advance. Afterward, cross the square and enter the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II. It's the world's oldest luxury shopping mall. Find the bull mosaic on the floor and spin your heel on it for good luck. For dinner, the tradition in Milan is aperitivo, the happy hour. The bars in the center are expensive. A tip is to go to Terrazza Aperol in the Duomo Square. You'll pay about 20 euros for a drink, but you'll have the best view of the illuminated cathedral. Day 2. Milan. The Last Supper and neighborhoods. Today is for seeing one of history's most famous artworks. But be warned, you need to have planned this months in advance. We're talking about The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. It's on the wall of the Santa Maria delle Grazie Church. To get there, take the metro to Cadorna Station. Official tickets cost 15 euros and sell out in minutes when sales open, months ahead. If you couldn't get one, the only way to see it is by booking a guided tour, which will cost much more, but includes the ticket. For lunch, near the Duomo, there's a golden tip for a cheap eat, Luini. It's a tiny shop that sells panzerotti, a type of fried turnover. It costs about 5 euros and is always packed. In the afternoon, explore the Brera district. It's Milan's artistic neighborhood with charming cobblestone streets, cafes, and design shops. Visit the Pinacoteca di Brera, an incredible art museum. The ticket costs 15 euros. At night, head to the Navigli district. This is Milan's canal district. It's the best place to enjoy aperitivo. Sit at one of the bars along the canal, like Mag Cafe. You pay about 15 euros for a drink and get access to a free buffet of snacks. It's the perfect cheap dinner. Day 3. Day trip to Lake Como. Today we're heading to the Alps. Take the regional train from Cadorna or Central Station in Milan, heading to Como. The journey takes about 1 hour and costs only 5 euros. Get off at Como San Giovanni Station. Walk from the station to the lakefront. The town of Como is nice, but the real magic is in the villages. The first thing to do is take the Como Brunate funicular. It's a small train that climbs the mountain to the village of Brunate. The ride takes 7 minutes, and the round-trip ticket costs about 6 euros. From the top, you have a spectacular view of the entire lake and the Swiss Alps. After coming down, go to the pier and take the fast ferry to Bellagio. It takes 45 minutes and costs about 15 euros one way. Spend the afternoon in Bellagio, the pearl of the lake. It's a beautiful little town, full of flowers, chic shops, and stunning views. For lunch, eat in Bellagio. A mid-range option with a view is Ristorante Terrazza Barchetta. In the late afternoon, take the ferry back to Como and the train back to Milan. It's a long but unforgettable day. Day 4. Milan, shopping, and travel to Verona. In the morning, it's time for shopping. If you want luxury, walk through the Quadrilatero d'Oro, the Golden Quadrilateral, on Via Monte Napoleone. If you want more normal, accessible shops, walk down Corso Buenos Aires, a shopping street that stretches for kilometers. If you want outlets, the most famous is Serravalle Designer Outlet. It's an hour from Milan, and tourist buses leave from the city center. The bus ticket costs about 25 euros round trip. After lunch, grab your bags and go to Milano Centrale Station. Take the Frecciarossa high-speed train to Verona. The journey takes only 1 hour and 15 minutes. Arrive in Verona at the Porta Nuova station. Take a taxi or local bus to your hotel in the historic center. Spend the evening walking through Piazza Bra, the main square, and admire the Verona Arena all lit up. For dinner, a mid-range tip is Osteria del Bugiardo. Great for tasting local wines and snacks. An important tip that will save you time and money is to buy tickets for attractions and tours in advance. Buying on the spot is always more expensive, and the most famous tourist spots like the Last Supper, the Milan Duomo, and the operas at the Verona Arena sell out days before. We'll leave the link on the QR code on the screen and in the description to the site, where we always buy tickets and tours for the best price. It's the largest tour site in the world and has practically everything there. Tickets for the Duomo, the Last Supper, tickets for the Verona Arena, and train passes, all at the best price, and you can buy in any currency, saving on fees. Day 5. Verona. Romeo, Juliet, and views. Today we'll explore Shakespeare's city. Start the day at the Verona Arena. It's in Piazza Bra. It's a 1st century Roman Colosseum, incredibly well preserved. The ticket to enter costs 10 euros. If you're here in the summer, from June to August, don't miss the chance to see an opera there at night. It's a magical experience. Afterward, walk down Via Mazzini, the shopping street, to Piazza delle Erbe. It's the market square, full of colorful buildings and stalls. It's the heart of the city. From there, walk to Casa di Giulietta, Juliet's house. Entering the courtyard to see the famous balcony and touch the statue of Juliet is free, but be prepared for a crowd of tourists. To enter the house and stand on the balcony for a photo, the ticket costs 6 euros. For lunch, eat at one of the restaurants in Piazza delle Erbe. In the afternoon, climb the Torre dei Lamberti, which is in the square. You can take an elevator. The ticket costs 8 euros and gives you the best view over the rooftops of Verona. In the late afternoon, cross the Pietra Bridge and climb the stairs to Castel San Pietro for the most beautiful sunset view. Day 6. Day trip to Lake Garda, Sirmione. Today, we'll visit the largest lake in Italy. From Verona, the best way to get there is to take the bus, line 256, which goes directly to Sirmione. The journey takes about 1 hour. Another option is a quick train to Desenzano del Garda, which takes 20 minutes, and from there, a 20-minute ferry to Sirmione. Sirmione is a spectacular village, located on the tip of a narrow peninsula that juts into the lake. The entrance to the town is through a medieval castle on the water, the Castello Scaligero. The ticket to the castle costs €6, and the view from the tower is beautiful. Spend the day walking the stone alleys, grabbing a gelato. Go to the very tip of the peninsula to visit the Grotta di Catullo, which are the ruins of a giant Roman villa. The ticket costs €8. If the weather is good, enjoy the pebble beaches of the lake. For lunch, eat at one of the many restaurants with a view of the lake. In the late afternoon, take the bus or ferry and train back to Verona. Day 7. Verona, churches, and departure. On your last day, enjoy the morning exploring the Veronetta neighborhood. On the other side of the river, visit the Giardino Giusti, a beautiful and peaceful Renaissance garden with mazes and a lovely view. The ticket costs €12. Also visit the Basilica di Santa Anastasia, the largest church in Verona, with an impressive Gothic interior. Depending on your flight schedule, you can fly out of Verona's airport or take the 1-hour 15-minute high-speed train back to Milano Central Station, and from there, the Malpensa Express to the Milan airport. About travel insurance, essential and mandatory to enter Europe. You need coverage of €30,000. Use the comparator in the link in the description to save money. Quick shopping tips. In Milan, the Quadrilatero d'Oro for luxury, Corso Buenos Aires for normal stores, and the Serravalle outlet for discounts. In Verona, buy local products and wine from the region, like Amarone. Remember tax-free on purchases over €70. Validate at your last airport of departure. And for those who are new here to the channel, welcome. Subscribe and like the video for more tips. And how much does it cost to eat in northern Italy? Milan is the most expensive. Verona is more reasonable. A Big Mac combo costs €11. Water at a restaurant is expensive. Ask for a carafe d'eau, which is free tap water. In Milan, aperitivo is the best value. Pay €15 for a drink and get a full buffet. In Verona, try the risotto alla Maroni, a risotto made with the local red wine. The tip is not obligatory. The service and the €2 or €3 coperto will already be on the bill. And what to do at night? In Milan, the night is buzzing in the Navigli district, with its canals and aperitivo bars. The Brera district is chicer. In Verona, the night is calmer, centered on drinking wine in the bars of Piazza delle Erbe. In summer, the unmissable plan is to see an opera at the arena. And if you're traveling with children, this itinerary is great. In Milan, take them to the Leonardo da Vinci Museum of Science and Technology. They'll love the submarine. At Lake Como, they'll love the boat trip and the funicular. And at Lake Garda near Verona, you'll find Gardaland, the largest amusement park in Italy. And to combine your trip, this itinerary is already a great combination. From Milan, you can easily take a train to Turin or Genoa. From Verona, you're just 1 hour and 15 minutes by train from Venice. And from Lake Como, you're on the border with Switzerland and can take a direct train to Lugano. If you liked this detailed Northern Italy itinerary, like the video and subscribe to our channel. Leave your questions in the comments. Thank you very much and have a great trip.